Ready? Hello and welcome to the Ship Squad's Nintendo E3 2015 digital event post-show. Just broadcasting to you, not live this time, but still from the mothership, because we're still in space. And we're going to go over... We're stuck.
We were so stuck.
We can't go anywhere. That's why we stick here with you Earthlings. But anyways.
Peasants.
We're going to go over just a real quick recap of everything that was at the show, and then we will sit and we will discuss a few things from the show. So I will go ahead and go through that real quick. If you like what you see, please hit us with a like button, subscribe to our channel, Ship Squad, and leave us in the comments what you thought of the Nintendo E3 digital event, because we're very curious to hear what you have to say. And as of right now, the show started up with Star Fox Zero. They then moved on to Amiibos and Skylanders. Then they touched on a few Zelda games, Triforce Heroes and Hyrule Warriors Legends. Next, they moved on to a Metroid game for the 3DS. It's like a multiplayer minigame focused game. Mm-hmm. Then they showed a new trailer for the new Fire Emblem game called Fire Emblem Fates. And then they moved on to Xenoblade Chronicles X, Animal Crossing, Happy Home Designer, and a new Animal Crossing game that incorporates amiibos. Yoshi Woolly World, Mario and Luigi Paper Jam was announced, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, and Super Mario Maker was demoed extensively. So, first things first, what would you like to talk about from the Nintendo show?
We're going to do our predictions. We already did that. We lost.
Yeah, because we didn't do that because we were tweeting. So, go ahead. Tell us what your guys' predictions were for the show.
Our predictions were both Pokemon related.
Mm-hmm.
And as you heard from him, no Pokemon, so no points.
No points. Ours were Bravely Second and Amiibo integration in Nintendo Land. Bravely Second was nowhere to be seen, and they shot that Nintendo Land idea down with their Activision partnership. So now we got that out of the way. Good call. Neither team got points for predictions for the Nintendo digital event. What would you like to talk about from the Nintendo event?
I want to talk about that Paper Mario Luigi 3D.
Yeah, so it's called
thing.
Mario and Luigi Paper Jam.
Yeah.
And it's a combination of the Mario and Luigi games smashed up with Paper Mario, and it's a 3DS game.
That was super interesting because it was having two worlds in one.
Yeah.
It was like you had your 2D models around your 3D models, and it was just interesting because like I've only played like 3D version Marios, I guess, except for Super Mario Bros. On the one console.
NES.
Yeah. I'm a mega Nintendo fan. All right.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
You never played any of the Paper Marios?
no.
They're good games. That's really cool. Like the one for the Wii, that's the one I played through a lot actually. It was 2D, but then you had to hit a thing so it switched. So instead of it being like a side scroller, you were walking down, but you were still like a 2D flat figure.
Paper Mario was fun.
Yeah, Paper Mario is really cool.
It looked cool because it was both in one, and they had like cool features. They showed it off pretty extensively, and it was nice. I liked it. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
they showed it was cool because like they showed like the 3D characters meeting the paper characters and being like, "Are you me? And am I you?" And then they showed like it was cool because they showed challenges where you would have to use the paper character. Like for instance, a crack in the wall that's obviously too small for the 3D characters to get through. So then you would switch to your Paper Mario character, and he would slide through the crack and then get you to the other side. That looked pretty cool. I was actually interested in that, and they did say that it'll be here by spring 2016.
Yep.
I am going to talk about the Mario Tennis because I love every Mario sports game ever.
They're pretty sweet.
Yes.
Now this is Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, but is this a reiteration of?
There was a tennis game before. I don't know.
I don't know if this is a new one. I couldn't tell from the trailers if it was a new one or if it was just a rehashing
It looked like
of
there
the
was
old
new
one.
elements. It looked like it was like I've seen Mario Tennis be played. I've never
Yeah.
played it, but it looked like it's different elements,
Yeah.
but same gameplay. So not like a complete rehash, but still
Yeah.
new.
Now we just need people to pick up backyard sports games.
No,
Bring it
those
back.
were not cool.
Bring it
Eric
back.
Gagne was my dude in backyard baseball.
No.
Oh,
03
I'm totally
or
on
01.
board. I'm totally on board for the Mario, like Super Mario Strikers, the soccer game. That was sweet, but I did not
Strikers
like
was
the,
great.
The backyard.
But let me
stuff.
tell you about backyard basketball with Tim Duncan on the cover. Okay.
Oh,
Could never
my
play it.
gosh.
Never worked in my PS2. I rented 5 different copies. Would not work.
You know why?
Suck a dick, Blockbuster.
Sign from God, telling you don't need to play that game.
Blockbuster can go fuck itself.
it already did.
Yes.
It did. It went down.
Hello, Netflix. Hello, FanVid.
I'm going to talk about the Fire Emblem game. They showed this game at their last direct event. They introduced it. They said it was a new Fire Emblem game. It didn't have a title at that time, but they said, stay tuned and we'll have more information on it soon. Today they gave a new trailer for it. They showed the title. It's being called Fire Emblem Fates, and they said it will be having a spring 2016 release date, which was the theme with all of their games that they announced today. Nothing that they talked about will be coming out further than the next 12 months.
Okay.
To me, this was the most interesting part of the show because the Fire Emblem games are one of the few Nintendo IPs that still tell very mature stories. I think.
Yeah.
It looked very mature. It looked very anime heavy type of art style and storytelling, which obviously I'm a fan of.
Right.
So I was very, very excited for this game, even though I am not a strategy game player and have never played a Fire Emblem before in my life.
Played about 3 seconds of the one for. I think it was a Fire Emblem game that Vlade had.
Fire Emblem
Awakening?
Yeah. And then I popped it out of my DS and gave it back to him.
Yeah, I've always wanted to play them, but the gameplay is what holds me back because
Mm-hmm.
strategy games aren't really my thing.
Exactly.
I think a Civilization game for the 3DS would work perfectly
Yeah,
because
I
you
see
have the map and you can just click on it and then drop down menu, do whatever you need.
I can see that. I mean, I don't think it could handle it graphically. Like they'd have to.
If
cut it down.
If a iPhone 4 can handle it, then because there's been Civ games for.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I
phones.
mean, yeah.
They
They would
made
just
one
have to.
like
They have
Yeah,
to graphically
it-
skim
yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, it looked cool. Graphics were amazing. It didn't look so strategy. Like
I think it was just. I didn't notice any gameplay. It
Yeah,
looked to
it
me
was-
like it
there
was
was-
just a cinematic trailer.
there was some gameplay.
Was there?
Yeah, and it looked like it was turn based.
I mean, a turn-based RPG,
For
I can get behind.
Fire Emblem?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how it is.
yeah,
That's how they are.
Yeah, it looked turn based. From the
See,
trailer.
the other ones I've always seen looked like they were strategy games.
No, I think they're all turn based.
Yeah.
Are you
like
sure?
you go.
I'm pretty
then
sure.
He moves.
Well, because I
then
watched
you
Blade
go.
play.
Yeah, it's like you move, then that guy moves, and then if you're close enough, you battle,
It's like a board game.
and then if
Oh, it's
he
like
attacks, then he attacks, and he attacks, and he attacks.
Like
Until you're dead.
The battle style is turn based.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I would say the movement is kind of strategy.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. All right. Anyways, looks sweet.
It does. It looked amazing.
What about you? You care about it at all?
I think Fire Emblems are cool. Ike's my dude in Smash Bros.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, I've never played any of the Fire Emblem games. I didn't get to actually see the trailer, so I don't know anything about this one.
What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Yoshi's Woolly World.
All right, fair enough.
I think it's cool that we're getting a new Yoshi game that's completely about Yoshi, and the Wool World is cool because like Nintendo's been doing the Kirby's Yarn one.
Yep.
So Wool's a new one going about, and it's a great way to introduce a new style of amiibos. But
Yep.
I also like just the gameplay inside Yoshi's Woolly World, the 2D platformer that you have to use like different parts of the wool and blah 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 to like figure out how to get through the thing, and you play with your friends and whatnot, so you can help each other out and stuff like that.
I like the thing I like about the thing you have to give Nintendo its props for is while Nintendo may have kind of, in my opinion, outdated games or
Same IPs.
old
every
games, yeah, they do make high quality games. And when I was watching them play Yoshi's Woolly World today, I sat there and I said to myself, like, if I was into this type of game, if this is what I was in the mood to play, this game looks like it would be really good. It's just, I think, for me at least, I'm very exhausted of their IPs, of seeing the same characters every single year. But it definitely looked cool, and they gave a release date.
Yes, they did.
On almost everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as was typical of their whole show today.
Yoshi's Woolly World will be hitting stores October 16th, 2015, which is cool because it'll give me... I'll play Metal Gear Solid 5 for quite some time. I'll play Rock Band for a bit. So this will give me one of those, like, I want to have my little mischievous fun
Yeah,
playthrough, and then back to drumming and guitars.
Back to killing people.
Back to violently killing.
We gotta give that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that leaderboard.
hey. All
I
right.
think you got Fallout right after that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm ranked high in Metal Gear, Fallout's waiting.
I already forgot when Fallout's release date is.
11/10, my birthday.
That's right.
What's up?
All right.
Someone wants to buy it for me.
So, other things that probably worth mentioning from Nintendo's show. Again, they gave either a release window or a release date to everything today.
Yeah.
Nothing was talked about that is coming out any further than the next 12 months. And I think that's more than you could say for any other press conference, all of E3. Some people are saying they did that on purpose because after the next 12 months, Wii U and 3DS will be obsolete with the NX. But I think it was just a smart move on their part to say, like, this is what we've been talking about. Everyone wants to know when they're coming out.
Yep.
So let's just give them dates. Dates.
Yep.
I think Star Fox is worth mentioning too because that is a complete reimagining of that game.
Yeah.
That
And-
was rebuilt from the ground up.
They showed some really cool stuff with the R-Wing being able to, like, transform into different forms when you go into certain areas.
Really?
The forms they showed was you can go inside, like, other ships, like the big spaceships, and it can turn into a walker form and, like, walk on the ground and still fire its guns. The Landmaster is the tank that you know from Super Smash Brothers. But it also showed that it can turn into, like, a hover mode of the Landmaster.
Okay.
And, like, kind of float and fly a little bit. And then the other one they showed was the gyro form, which had, like, 2 helicopter propellers floating. But yeah, it definitely looks like they're trying to innovate on that series, which
Yeah.
is always something that you should do for sure.
Yes.
And not that we have to talk about this for long, but it's weird that Nintendo partnered with Activision for Skylanders. That is
Yeah.
weird to me. Absolutely.
I think Activision is trying to dig underneath all of the companies and just inject themselves everywhere. And they're
What if
like,
Activision buys Microsoft's Xbox?
I wouldn't be surprised
I could see
because
it.
he makes a great point. Activision is intimately involved
They're
with every
big-
single
They're
publisher.
the umbrella.
Yeah.
Well,
Like I
that's
said
very,
before.
very
In
interesting.
every company that you hear about, it's a teardrop. Or like a raindrop.
Raindrop, yeah.
I would say a teardrop in
Well-
some cases as well.
well,
With these shitty games that we've been getting.
I see it more like a dirty sleuth who's giving herpes to all of the gaming
Yeah.
industry.
All right.
Call of Duty, everywhere, for everything, all the time.
But yeah, I thought this was weird just because they're like you would look at Disney Infinity, Skylanders, and Amiibos all as direct competitors.
Yeah.
And instead of competing, Nintendo says, well, let's not compete. Let's partner, make figures together that works on both our games, and make money together. And I think that was a pretty frugal move on their part.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the Amiibos can keep up with Skylanders since it is making, what was it, $2 billion a year for Activision? Skylanders is making.
Wow.
So I thought that was a smart move. Very strange, but it makes sense if you think about it as well. Anything else anybody wants to talk about for Nintendo?
No.
All right. That's pretty much all I got. So take us away, Sam.
We Are Your Ship Squad. That was a Nintendo post-show for E3. And that's Thad. I'm Sam.
I'm Logan.
Waters.
And we will catch you guys next time.